Hello there, and today we're going to be doing the fecking fake Fenty first impression video, and I couldn't be more excited, but a little bit scared, but mostly excited. Okay, so today we're going to be testing out the fake Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Soft Matte Foundation. This is in the shade 120, but really it could be anything. I also have the Gloss Bomb, and I also have the Kilowatt Highlighter. This is in the shade Metal Moon, kind of pearly shade. So I picked up all three of these items from AliExpress. They were all around the £3 kind of mark. Won't be able to put any other info in the description box because these are fakes, so I don't want to be promoting that kind of situation, you know, here on my channel, but we are going to be testing these out today. I'm thoroughly intrigued to find out what these are like. I've not tried any real products by Fenty. I've tried a couple of fake matchsticks that I bought on eBay and they were total bollocks. I mean, really. Oh, I keep right, literally every single video includes me kicking my NYX Liquid Suede. Every single video, it's just a thing. It's just like they want to have a cameo in every single video. So as you can see, I do have my eye makeup done. I went for like a green mermaid kind of look today, and I have a massive, like literally epic situation going on my chin right now. It was just extremely annoying. So I have actually covered it just a tiny bit with a concealer just because I was a bit embarrassed, to be honest, guys. I know that you would never judge me and that you wouldn't mind, or you know, maybe someone would comment saying I am the massive spot on Anwen's chin. So today we're going to begin with the foundation. As I said, this is in the shade 120. This is what the kind of outer box looks like, and then this is what the foundation kind of tube looks like. Is this a tube or a bottle? Probably a bottle, but I think it's a tube because it's kind of long and thin. But then something else I'm thinking about isn't called a tube, it's called a cock. The packaging, it feels pretty cheap, but like I don't think it looks terrible. Obviously, you know, you've got a white lid, which won't be white, you know, for long. The outer packaging looks very legitimate, and I'd say that if you didn't know what the kind of real bottle looked like, you would probably think that this looked okay. I've got a little swatch on my hand already, but if I just kind of pump a bit onto, oh. Okay, so it kind of looks like it's a bit separated. Okay, so I'm just going to wipe this off my hand and I'm going to shake it because I didn't shake it. And it does actually say on the back, shake well, and I didn't shake it. And it definitely looked like it was in need of a shake. Look, already making the lid dirty as predicted. So, you know what I'm going to do here, guys? Oh, it sounds very liquidy. Okay. Okay, so I feel like I've given it a fecking great Fenty shake. It looks strange. Can you see? It kind of looks like it's separated, like, look, can you see that? That looks really, really bizarre. It also looks to be very kind of pink toned. Oh, look, there's bits of, can you see? Oh, what's that? It's got like liquid coming from it. I've never seen that before with any foundation. It looks disgusting, like, why? Like, why would it be separating? I just don't know, like, really. I know you're all probably shouting at your screens saying, Anwen, do not put that on your face. Do not do it. But I'm going to do it because we're here. I just figure, well, I'll put it on my face and I'll wash it off immediately. I'm not filming any other videos, so I'm just going to wash my face straight after. How much damage could it do? I don't know. Look, yeah, it feels very weird, like it feels like whipped almost. Oh gosh, this is the strangest. Look at that on my hand, and it has a smell of vanilla, like an extremely vanilla-y kind of smell. Right, so I'm just gonna blend this out. Gosh, it smells really, really nice though, surprisingly. Like, it looks hideous, but it smells really, really nice, which is making me feel a bit better about the whole situation right now. I know that the genuine Fenty foundation is pretty full coverage, and I know that it can dry really, really quickly, so you have to like blend it in so fast. I actually feel like it's not looking terrible. Definitely not a full coverage, but it's actually looking quite nice. Like, how could this look okay on your face? I don't get it. But I'm just going to go in with my sponge, and I'm just going to like dab it onto this side. It's got quite a strong smell of vanilla, but because it's quite a nice smell, I'm not minding it at all. This is actually blending out really, really nicely. I think the shade is perfect. It feels fine going on. Okay, so I'm becoming more optimistic by the second. I mean, I don't know if, like, well, I definitely won't be wearing this again, I don't think, purely because the look of it just horrifies me, you know, on my hand. I don't think it looks terrible, you know, guys, really. I'm glad that I actually, you know, went ahead and plopped it on my face. Oh, just every time I dip into my hand, though, it kind of repulses me and just makes me want to throw up over my beauty sponge. As well, because when you first kind of start to blend it in, it looks like it's going to just disappear, but it doesn't. It actually has given me, I think, a really kind of nice natural coverage. Also, just remember at this point that not all fakes are the same. So, like, you could buy a fake that was made in one factory and a fake that was made in another factory, and they could actually be quite different. Even if this ends up being good, I would, well, okay, so number one, I would definitely say if you are going to be using fakes, please just use them with a lot of precaution, because we don't know what ingredients go into making these fakes. So I think you do have to, you know, just be a little bit kind of careful and wary about them. But also, even if like this fake works out to be okay, just keep in mind that this fake could be very different from a fake that, say, you could buy on eBay, or even a fake that you could buy on AliExpress, but from a different seller, you know. Do you know what? This is just not what I expected, but I think it actually looks really quite nice. It's got a good medium coverage. It's not cakey. It's not emphasising pores or fine lines or the giant spot on my chin, which, let's face it, that could just take over a country at this point. It's got a beautiful kind of natural finish that looks slightly more on the radiant side, but I'm not hating it. It also feels really, really good on my skin. I do feel like it does look slightly dry on my nose, but I kind of like it, and I just did not think I would at all. Also, just keep in mind that this is purely a first impression video, so usually when I do first impression like foundation videos, I go away and I wear the foundation like over a few days to be able to really give you a good solid like opinion on it. But because this is fake and because I have very sensitive, troublesome skin, I won't be wearing this again. I'm just throwing it out there. This will not go on my face again. I'm kind of testing it out just for the purpose of this video and just for a bit of fun. So I can only kind of give you my thoughts based on how it is looking, you know, now and at the end of the video. So yeah, so that's that. Anyway, okay, so I was just doing my blush and I've applied way too much. Look at this. I mean, but I kind of think the pink with the green is kind of complementary, but I know it's way too much, isn't it? I mean, what? This is my NARS Desire blush. Literally going with the light hand, and when going with the light hand, does she know she just goes bang, 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 and then fecks everything up. Where's my beauty blender? I mean, really. Next, we're going to go in with the Gloss Bomb. It just says on the side, addictive shine, nourishing wear, universal finishing touch. So this is what the tube looks like. It definitely had some kind of leaking issue in transit, because it does feel very sticky just around the lid. So yeah, that's a little bit tragic for this little guy, but it's just like a plastic bottle, and then it's got this kind of rose gold plastic lid. So if I just open her up, and then we have an epically big like doe foot situation going on. I've never seen a doe foot quite this large. And it's got, oh, it's got very strong scent to it, almost like an apple, you know, like an apple sweet kind of a scent. So I'm just going to go in and apply this. It feels very like sticky. Like it feels like a thick kind of gloss. It's not like an emollient gloss. It's like a thick sticky gloss. And as you can see, it's not kind of packed with colour. It's more of like a sheer kind of situation. Okay. So, I mean, it looks quite nice. As I said, it's not really got much kind of pigment to it. It just kind of gives you that kind of glossy, three-dimensional kind of lip look. It has got tiny little gold kind of glitters in it. I don't know if you'll be able to see, maybe if I come super creepy and come this close. I mean, really, you've never seen me that close before, but it feels comfortable on the lips. I mean, now that it's on there, it doesn't feel that sticky. It just feels very kind of hydrating. Is it the kind of product that I would reach for? No, and that's not just because it's fake, but I just feel like whenever I have like a lip product on, I want it to be a bit more visible to the human eye. I'm all for like a good glossy lip, but I just feel like this isn't really doing enough for me. Like if I've gone to all the effort with like a green mermaid eye, I would want like a hot pink sassy lip, you know, going on, not just like just chuck a bit of gloss on there. So I mean, the actual product, I don't hate it, and I think if you're a fan of glosses, potentially this could be really nice. Okay, so next we're going to go straight onto the Killawatt highlighter. This is really tricky to get open. Oh, see what I mean? Like, it's so difficult. And look, I've got it on my finger. I've taken like a chunk of it out. Not my fault. This is the packaging, which is so problematic. I mean, really. So I'm just going to get rid of this chunk on my hand. I'm sorry it had to be that way, but you refuse to open. What's a girl meant to do? I mean, really. So it does come with a little mirror. The packaging feels really nice. It does have some weight to it. And yeah, it's just kind of white. And then you have the actual highlighter there, which I've destroyed already. So if I just do a little swatch, it feels very chunky and dry, just, you know, from swatching it there. This is what it looks like. You definitely do pick up a lot of the product from a swatch. I did kind of go around a few times with my finger, so that's not really surprising. But if I just kind of swatch it here, so you can kind of see it is very chunky. It doesn't have that wet look sheen that I'm always kind of craving in a highlight. It's quite powdery, and I'm also not a huge fan of this kind of stark white, like silvery kind of highlight, because I feel like it can just look a bit ashy, you know, on fair skin. And it's strange to me because I know that everyone always says, you know, if you've got fair skin, go for this kind of pearly highlight, but on me, I just find that it doesn't really do me any favors. This coming from a girl who's got way too much pink blush on her cheeks. I mean, really. But we're going to just get straight into this. Just to begin, I'm going to put the excess that was on my finger there. What is the actual, you know, technical name for that? The well of the clavicle? I have no idea. But I always feel like it just adds so much, you know. When you've got a bit of glow going on there, it's like, hello, I'm here and I'm ready to party. I'll just put a little bit on my cheekbones. Cheekbones. That would be funny. Imagine if these were my cheekbones. I mean, really, Anwen. See what I mean? I am no doctor. I know nothing about the body. Well, I know a little bit. But anyway, that's for another day. By the way, I feel like I'm super in the 90s, like Britney Spears in her Every Time video. Every time I try to feel no need. I don't know the lyrics anymore, but I used to be a huge Britney fan. I just love Britney. Hit me, baby, one more time. Oh, baby, baby. I mean, anyway, okay, so I'm going to apply with this kind of fan brush. And I'm just going to go for it. Let's just go for it. Nothing's happening. I mean, really. Okay, let's go for it again. Okay. So it's definitely, I mean, it's left a little like smear of itself, but nothing to write home about. I mean, I'm going to go in with a different brush, which is a more kind of densely packed brush, because I'm thinking maybe it will pick up a little bit more of the product. Okay, so I think you can, by the way, sorry if I'm speaking funny. I'm really conscious because every time I put my lips together, I feel like they're sticking. So I'm actually liking this less by the second right now because it's making me talk like I'm a lunatic. But, okay, let me just add a bit more. Okay, so I feel like, you know, you can definitely see it there on my skin. Why am I holding two mirrors? Why am I insisting on making life as difficult for myself as possible? It's a funny one because I feel like when I'm, you know, facing this way and you get the side view, I feel like you can see it there, you know, kind of glowing out of my cheek. But when I'm kind of face forward, I don't think you can see it all that much, and kind of up close, it looks very dry and it looks very patchy, and I can kind of barely see it, to be honest. So I'm just gonna go in with more. I mean, why not? If in doubt, just go in with more. That's what I said when I was doing my blush. Okay, so I don't really feel like it's doing a whole lot. Maybe if I put a bit of Fix Plus on it. I mean, I'm clutching at straws here. Okay, I think I actually got more Fix Plus on my arm than the brush, but anyway. Okay, so we brought the big boys in. What will happen? Okay, can you see anything, guys? Because I can't. I mean, this is the most pointless highlight ever. Can you see it? I mean, I feel like you can kind of see it there on my skin, but let's face it, guys, this is fucking atrocious. I mean, yeah, okay. So I feel like this highlighter is just a ball ache. It's not so bad like on my chest, like I'm kind of loving that look, but on my face, where, you know, I really want my face to shine, I feel like it's not taking me to places that I'm, you know, wanting to go in terms of my highlighter. So I think that this is actually pretty shit, if I'm being honest. Pretty shit, because I don't want to get demonetized. It's just, I mean, really. And that brings us to the end of this fake Fenty first impression video. I hope that you enjoyed it. As always, please approach any fakes with extreme caution. We do not know what is in these products. I won't be using any of these again. I don't think the foundation was actually that bad, considering how dodgy it actually looked when it first came out. I feel like on my face, it doesn't look bad at all. Like, I'm really not hating it, but I'm not liking it. And because I don't know what's inside it, I don't trust it. It will not be going on my face again. I've got far too many foundations, you know, where I do know what ingredients are in. Well, I don't actually. Like, when do you ever actually check what ingredients are in your makeup? Because I don't. We just kind of trust, don't we, the brands that we buy them from. It's kind of like, okay, well, it's Maybelline, of course it'll be fine. But how do we know that Maybelline isn't putting loads of toxic ingredients in there? I mean, they're probably not, because they have to follow very extreme, you know, guidelines for testing and processes and protocols and whatever else they do in the factory. I don't know what else they do, but do you know what I mean? Do we actually know what's in any of our makeup? Because I don't. I mean, I could find out, but I've not got time for that. Okay, so anyway, yeah, so these are all going to go in the bin. A lot of people do ask me, you know, if, opposed to throwing this fake makeup in the bin, if they could have it, and my answer is always no. And I hope that that doesn't come off as being mean or ungenerous, but ungenerous. I don't know, but I don't want to be. I feel like if you want to buy the fake makeup, then feel free to buy it, but I don't want to be the person that potentially gives it to you and then you end up with your face burning off or losing sight in an eye or skanky lip, whatever. I just don't want to be that person. So I hope that you've enjoyed this video. Also, thank you so much to everybody that commented on my AliExpress haul, where I had a little bit of a rant about fake products. I really appreciate every single comment, and it was really interesting to read through and find out what your opinions were, and it definitely did kind of calm my conflict down. And I'm kind of approaching the fake makeup with a renewed sense of fun, in a way that, you know, I'm just trying not to take it too seriously. And I feel like, you know, as always, I will give my disclaimer. I'll always remind everyone watching that we should approach it with caution. But I feel like I just want to have fun. And I just hope that, well, I don't think I'm doing anyone any harm. I don't think. Anyway, guys, I'm going to go now. Otherwise, I'm going to end up ranting and just going into stuff all over again. And I actually feel very calm and at one with the fake makeup testing. So thank you, every single person who is here today. I feel like Oscar. I mean, thank you. Oh, yes, I accept this Oscar. And I would like to say thank you to every single person that's here today. But thank you so much. I hope you're having a wonderful day. And I'll be back soon with more.